Hello everyone, it's me, Stupot, and this is me here today. That's a picture I took, and you're probably wondering why are you so happy? And the reason is because it's Sunday, and I like Sundays, and I often go for walks on a Sunday, and one of my favourite spots is just off Byres Road in the west end of Glasgow. One of my favourite spots in all of Glasgow. It's this place, Ruthven Lane Shops. And in there are two things. On the right hand side, there is a comic book store, and I absolutely do not give a fuck about that. I haven't even stepped 1 foot inside that. But on the left hand side, there is, I don't know what you would call it. I would hesitate to call it an antique store. It's old stuff is in there, certainly. But I would say what it is mostly is what could only be described as some amount of shite. And you can see in this photo here, like you go in and you can barely move, and it's just junk stacked on top of junk, all gathering dust. It's it's nice to go in and just look about, and you're like, maybe I'll find some hidden treasure. You never do. But I like it anyway. And today it was actually shut. But even though it's shut, outside outside the front door, there is always this big pile of shit that makes it look like a popular fly tipping spot or something. And I assume it's the stuff that doesn't fit in his shop, but he has deemed so worthless he doesn't care if it gets stolen. And I was looking about it, and I saw this, just boxes and boxes, hundreds and hundreds of postcards. And most of them were blank, but as you can see, some of them have actually, are postcards that have been sent and received. How did he obtain these? I don't know, but I thought, wow, he might think these are worthless, but I would suggest that these are perhaps the most precious things in his possession. And I would have bought some. I wanted to buy some, but it was shut, so I thought I'll just take some photos and share them. Because it got me thinking about postcards and how I probably haven't sent or received one since I was about 8 years old, and probably then it was from my grandparents. And I thought it's sad that it's a kind of dying tradition. And what's it been replaced by? Well, it's been replaced by people uploading 230 fucking boring pics of them standing in front of stuff, to which my internal sort of emotional reaction is absolutely nothing, zero, just flat. Like I'm staring at a blank wall. No brain activity. But if someone was to send me a postcard, then I would absolutely love that. That would make my day. And so I thought we could go through some of the ones. I was just kind of picking them up at random. I didn't really pay much attention to what was written. But and it's not gonna be juicy gossip. because the strange thing about postcards is that they're not private. The postman can have a right good fucking read. So it's never going to be, hey, arrived at the hotel, had a look in the mirror, the genital warts have increased tenfold, and I fear that my penis is not long for falling off. Weather is good. It's not going to be that. But let's have a look at this first one here. So it says on the front, I don't even know how you pronounce that, Ephes. And this one was sent in 7th of August 1993. And it says, I don't know what that says, a stinkum? Turkey. Destination for 1993. At last. A last minute package, but very good. Herewith Phil for 2 weeks. Plenty of sun, sea, sand, etc. Also, cultural, historical visits. Went to Pamukkale yesterday. Ephes on Monday. I do like Turkey. Water. A return visit. Came days ago to Istanbul. Hope you are really well. Your Christmas present something is very useful. So I guess whoever they're sending that to gave them a Christmas present, and they're finding it very useful. I wonder what it was. Okay, on to the second postcard here. Beautiful image, adorned with jewels and gems. And this one was sent from, I think that's Venice, maybe? The stamp is Italy, on the 7th of March 1992. And this one starts off really weird. She just says, I will write a letter very long. Something you don't, not many people know about me. I will write a letter very long. Then it goes on, but in the meantime, this will show that I haven't forgotten you. Aww. I hope all is well, or at least bearable. Fuck. My work situation is good this year. Accommodation pretty awful, but I am hoping for a change. Love to you and all the family, Wendy. Now, this one, I like the front because it just looks like somewhere in South Glasgow or something. But this one is just not legible for me. I have no idea what it says. So it's definitely in English and I can see some of the words, but what I've noticed is the older they get, the less legible they are. So I'll just go on to the next one. Okay, so this one we've got a picture of the War Memorial in Dundee on top of the Law, which is the highest point in Dundee. I used to live in Dundee, and that's overlooking the Tay rail bridge, which was actually subject to a disaster. One day it just collapsed, when they were building it or something. But I always like it when the postcard is from somewhere in the UK. There's something sort of quaint and vaguely depressing about that. But this one's short and sweet. I think it's from July 1967. I can't quite read it, but it just says, We are both enjoying our holiday, and the weather is still keeping up. Hope this finds you well. And that's that. So this one might be the oldest one, and I actually wondered if it was probably from the same people. So Peebles, never been there. It's from 1959, April 1959, and it reads very similar to the last one. We are enjoying our holiday, but it has been very cold this last 2 days. Hope this finds you well. So this one, full colour photograph, and they are in St. Ives, where the famous riddle comes from, and the answer is it's only the guy that's going. But this one is sent 9th of, written in the 9th of June 77, sent on the 10th, and I'm due to be born 10 years later, and look at that, the stamp is 6.5 pence. We are back here again, and have had nice weather. Since we saw a Tchaikovsky concert tonight, I'm sending, and I don't know what this is, P60 this week to beat the postal increases on 13th. So maybe something big was happening on the 13th of June that meant a lot of letters were going to be sent. Hope to see you in the near future. Sadie and Chris. Oh no, wait, it's not St. Ives. It's Imperial Gardens in Cheltenham, the fucking photo. Whoever Precision Limited are based in St. Ives. Okay, here we have Mittenwald mit Karwendel. And it's in German, so that's that. That's one way of getting around the nosy postman issue, to write it in a different language. Bridlington. Never heard of it. Enjoying our holiday down in Yorkshire, hard to believe. Spent 1 week in Harrogate, arrived last Sat, very busy. Weather, very nice. In Scarborough today, wet and windy. Love Edna. Brodick Castle, Isle of Arran. Sent in 1994. And this one is legible. Having a lovely holiday here at Broderick, although weather has been mixed. Yesterday we went to Brodick Castle. And gardens, today we went to Purnell, and after a delicious lunch we walked to somewhere and got the something back to Brodick. What did they get back to Brodick? We got the bus back. Thank you very much for the lovely postcard from Dingle. Hope this finds you well. Kind regards with best wishes from Jennifer. Kind regards with best wishes. I've never heard that before. One or the other. Kind regards, and just because it's you, I'm going to throw in a wee best wishes as well. Okay, here we have a beautiful postcard from Brighton, maybe? Or the general southeast corner of England. Who knows where they actually are. But look at that handwriting. It just leaps off the page. Absolutely beautiful. I can read every word. I don't know when it was sent. I can't see a date. But this just says, just to let you know, we're looking forward to meeting you on Friday, May 8th. you let us know the train time. Very sunny today. Let's hope summer's really here. Tomley. And I like that because, you know, only in the UK could it be the middle of June and you're like, but is it actually summer? Is it actually going to be summer this year? Or is it going to be some dark at 11 AM fucking bullshit? Okay, last postcard, and it's an oldie. West Mersey. Never heard of it. Short and sweet, 21st of August 1962. Dear David, had lovely weather so far. I shall be going to somewhere Wednesday. Enjoying myself. See you soon, Dave. Peter. I think he's saying, see you soon, Dave, Peter, and he's not saying, see you soon, Dave Peter, because his name is Dave Peter. But on the right hand side, you can't see it because I blurred out, but the stamp is 2.5 pence. But sort of on the postcard, it just says, World Health Organization fights malaria. But anyway, that's all from Postcards from a Young Man. Bye.